China is always coming up with new ideas, taking on ambitious initiatives, and it seems like it wants to rule the world with its amazing works of art. Experts from all over the world claim that this country built several incredible endeavors, and the current megaproject is no exception. It is considered as one of the most amazing development projects and a technological marvel. It's a part of Beijing's grand goal to connect Asia with the modern Silk Road. Sri Lanka stretched its territory into the Indian Ocean by 269 hectares in order to establish a global city and raise its profile internationally. This massive initiative, led by China, has the potential to drastically alter the urban life and global networking scene. In this way, Colombo emerged as one of the most powerful news centers in South Asia. Dubai used to be regarded as the most opulent city in the world. It had grown from a windswept, sandy desert to a proud metropolis that owns the Burj Khalifa, the highest building in the world. But China is suddenly altering all of that. Welcome to an innovative approach to urban development as we dive into this incredible project, a brand new futuristic metropolis in the midst of the ocean. Get ready to be astounded. Situated on a huge area of reclaimed ground, Port City is a contemporary and forward-thinking development built on Sri Lanka's southwest coast. With its prime location on one of the busiest shipping lanes in the world, this futuristic city will grow to be a major economic force and a bustling center of research and trade. China has decided to develop a lavish metropolis similar to Dubai, and they have chosen Sri Lanka as their location. Upon completion, the metropolis known as Port City will contain 65 million cubic meters of sand in addition to a sea channel. The intended development of the Port City includes the construction of glass towers, a hotel situated in a thriving financial area, an amusement park, and other futuristic structures. Approximately 200,000 Sri Lankans, many of whom possess advanced skills, depart the nation each year in search of better employment prospects. Sri Lanka has worked to restore talent and employment to its capital following the conclusion of the civil war in 2009 in order to sustain the economic progress that has brought the nation respect on a global scale. Bangkok's Colombo, which is close to New Delhi, Kuala Lumpur, and Dubai as well as Singapore, has a lot of promise. However, because of its coastal position, major city expansion is restricted to the suburbs, far from the city's current commercial and cultural hubs. Naturally, there is a solution to this issue. The port city of Colombo has reclaimed coastal land in order to develop the interior part of the city. This will provide a sizable new area of commercial, residential, and public space, creating an additional 80,000 jobs. The project, which is the biggest private sector development initiative in Sri Lanka's port city, was funded and co-developed by the Chinese government and local authorities. The redevelopment project aims to provide a peaceful urban setting spanning over 5 million square meters, accommodating over 80,000 individuals and 250,000 daily travelers. It is not an easy undertaking to construct a totally new district on a spot in the middle of the ocean. In 2014, the land reclamation effort started. More than 40,000 precast concrete blocks were used to build a massive breakwater, a barrier 20 meters high and 3.2 kilometers long, to protect the new area from the unpredictable. Initially, about 3 million cubic meters of soil and rock material were quarried within 50 kilometers of the site. When a storm struck in November 2017 and destroyed portions of the incomplete barrier, the monsoon environment during the wall's construction was put to the test. A total of 65 million cubic meters of material were mined following the camp's establishment. For months, Chinese excavators and dredgers have been operating day and night on Colombo's well-known waterfront, evoking conflicting feelings among the thousands of bystanders who see them every day. After months of deliberation and argument, they put out a proposal to recover seawater to build the framework for a new financial center that is anticipated to extend out of the Indian Ocean and touch the coast of Sri Lanka's commercial metropolis. Access to important regions across the Indian Ocean will increase the new zone's appeal to multinational firms globally. It will also have its own economic and trade rules. The project's master plan envisions a green metropolis that is favorable to the environment, complete with public open spaces, streams, and a layout that promotes cycling and walking without congested traffic. Structures of different heights will be strategically placed. Taller skyscrapers will be positioned closer to the land, and as the structures approach the shoreline, their sizes will progressively shrink. 2019 saw the completion of Port City of Colombo's reconstruction project, and that same year the area was formally recognized as part of Sri Lanka. However, there is a water treatment issue. This is undoubtedly a remarkable technical achievement, but it is not without criticism. Concerns over the plan's effects on the surrounding environment have been voiced by environmental organizations. But before we reveal the downsides of this mega project, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel to stay up to date on the world's most prestigious endeavors. Moving on, the project was put on hold completely in 2015 by the Prime Minister of Sri Lanka because to concerns about potential harm to the Jude Namo Fernando shoreline. Sand mining along the coast, according to a fisherman and union member from Agumbo, north of Colombo, is killing aquatic life and hurting the livelihoods of roughly 8,000 people who depend on fishing for a living. Numerous species' habitats have been devastated. The natural equilibrium has been upset by the loss of coral. In addition to fishermen, many other people work in the fishing sector. The people who work on the coast, in fishing, and in the market also have their livelihoods impacted. A new metropolis would need more natural resources than Sri Lanka can supply, according to the Center for Environmental Justice. Experts say that the required sand volume would soon surpass 100 million cubic meters, endangering both the lives of the 15,000 fishermen employed in the mining region and the delicate marine environments. The Environmental Justice Center's experts calculated that the cost of the sand was $3.2 billion, which is more than the $1.4 billion anticipated to be spent on the city's construction. The environmental group also issued a warning, pointing out that 300,000 automobile journeys are made to the new financial area every day, contributing to the city's already record-breaking levels of air pollution. Nonetheless, it took the health organization's standards over a year to evaluate the environmental impact, so the project was permitted to continue. In addition, Chinese participation in the port city of Colombo has increased thanks to conservationists. The project is a component of the One Belt, One Road initiative, an extensive infrastructure project that traces its origins to the historic Silk Road and intends to strengthen China's ties to the Middle East. Fast-growing markets are worried that the port city could result in a recurrence of past agreements between the two nations that did not work out, such as the $1.3 billion Hambantota Port Agreement and the Toyota Port in the southern part of the island, which was initially constructed in 2010 with loans from the Bank of China, but experienced significant losses that prevented payments. In 2017, China leased the port for a period of 99 years. In addition to being known as the emptiest airport in the world right now, the Matala Rajapaksa International Airport receives hundreds of millions of dollars in loans from China. Despite the airport's capacity to handle millions of travelers annually, as of 2019, just 1,536 individuals had gone through it. Obviously, developers seek to avoid the same outcome for their projects. Since the property acquisition was finished in 2019, construction on the new area is moving quickly. The marina is already open for business, and the new Colombo International Financial City project is currently being built. This year marks the anticipated completion of the first building in the new area. Subsequently, the government of Colombo will launch a coordinated marketing initiative to showcase Port City's potential to overseas investors. Even though Sri Lanka has seen disappointing recent developments, and despite the controversy surrounding the Colombo Port City, the project is still anticipated to succeed when it is finished, giving the nation access to the new capital with the goal of establishing a luxurious island. Large economic advantages are anticipated from the project's operation for Sri Lanka. Nevertheless, the project's success will rely on its management. Member of the Colombo Port City Economic Committee told the BBC that Sri Lanka has the chance to build a luxurious city and even compete with Dubai and Singapore. India is also concerned about China's expanding influence in Sri Lanka. The goal of this port city is to draw in foreign businesses and investors who are already established in India. Indian employment and investment are impacted by this. MP Rajitha Senaratne stated that China has taken over everything in the new island, meaning Sri Lanka won't actually have any involvement in this project at some point. What do you think about China's undertaking? Seems like nothing is impossible when it comes to Chinese mega projects.